I don't know how I missed this topic. There is a video. We might even start off with that. So if y'all, matter of fact, let me get to this video. Enough preview. Just hang out. We'll have fun. Have y'all seen this goddamn video right here, man? YSL member getting beat in jail. Now, this is so interesting to me. And, obviously, this is not this is not me celebrating these kind of horrific things happening. Let me see. Is it this? Where can I find the video? Everybody's like talking over.
What's up, peace?
Yeah. It's so interesting now. Like, every time I go on YouTube, I see a bunch of people doing what I did like 5 years ago. I can't even find a raw video no more, man. That's how people probably felt when they were watching or trying to find a raw video and they bumped into me. Well, I wait for the link. Here's the funny thing. And this is what I was hearing from the streets of Atlanta, right? They said in Atlanta, King Slime and the Slimes, or the YSL dudes, they were like the bullies in Atlanta. So they were beefing with like YFN Lucci's gang. And I'm hearing not only was Young Thug more popular in music than YFN Lucci, but their gang was getting busy, right? Now, it's kind of interesting because everybody's locked up from the YFN dudes. And really, I think the YFN dudes are really connected to the Inglewood Mafia family, whatever that's called. No disrespect to the gang members watching. But they're locked up and YSL is locked up. Now, from what I am hearing, which is so interesting, it's different when niggas is running around on the streets with a bunch of Dracos, right? And you got to be a little bit fearful of those individuals because they're running around with Dracos all day. And it's a difference when they're all locked up. They can't eat when they want to eat. They can't go outside when they want to go outside. And they basically got nothing but trying to turn toothbrushes into shanks. Apparently, since the YSL dudes are all telling on each other, doing all type of stuff now, the other dudes are bullying the YSL dudes in jail, which is crazy. So the YSL dudes was bullying them on the streets. The YSL dudes getting bullied in jail. Interesting dynamic. By the way, that's what some of the members from the streets told me. This ain't come from me, okay? Give me a second. Anyway, let me see if I can pull this up. It's an interesting thing, too. YFN Lucci posted a video of him just sipping lean. Which, by the way, isn't that ironic? He's sipping lean. Young Thug going through withdrawals. Scratching, itching, doing all type of shit. Gunna, he was going through so much withdrawals, he just told. He got the fuck on out of there. We have YFN Lucci. He's cooling in jail. You know what I mean? Yeah, he might need a haircut and a barber, but he's just sipping lean. Now, I don't even know if this is self-snitching because online people are kind of backwards. I posted this on my Twitter, not on my Instagram. Instagram hates all this shit. And people on Twitter was like, yo, why are you snitching on YFN Lucci? And I'm like, he's in jail somehow with a telephone or camera device awaiting trial, and he's videoing himself. It's not like somebody broke into jail to video him on some paparazzi shit. This guy, if you could tell, he's already given up possible hope on that he's going to get out of jail, right? On bond, he's just going to have to wait for trial, right? And the reason why I say that is that him putting this video out, if he was going to have a bond hearing, the first thing the judge or the prosecutor is going to say, why would we let this guy out on bond if we can't prevent him from being on drugs and doing things or smuggling things illegally in jail? How the hell are we going to prevent that if he's at his big mansion or just randomly out on the street? So him posting this video just told me he's been locked up for a few years and he realizes that, number one, the dominoes have to fall. He has to wait till Young Thug and them go through their trial, which is supposed to end at the end of this year. He's going to see what happens with that. From what I'm hearing, and I don't know if this is word in the streets of Atlanta, the streets. And I'm talking about people in the trenches, okay? I'm talking to the shooters, all right? Like the shooters is giving me this info, right? They claim that YFN Lucci is actually in a better position than Thug. Now, that sounds crazy because YFN Lucci, if you guys don't know, was involved in a situation where he was driving his Maybach, right? Or Maybach, or was it a Bentley? Either one. Through the hood, through his ops hood, with his homies in the car, and for whatever reason, they said, let's just have a drive-by shooting in a $300,000 car. They shot at some people. It's Atlanta, so everybody has a gun. The dudes that got shot at returned fire. One of his guys died. And just like you can imagine in any quote-unquote gang, listen, you're only gang while you're breathing. Like, as soon as you go to jail or you're dead, like, nobody cares about you. So the guy who died, they kicked him out of the car. They didn't even take him to the hospital. Kicked his ass out of the car. He was still alive. A random person walking by sees a guy, like, dying and calls the police. Just think about that. Just think, if that's all you need to know about gang life. You go to drive by with your gang niggas and you get shot and they say, forget bringing this nigga to the hospital. He's dead. You can't bleed on the upholstery of the goddamn Maybach. Get him out of here, okay? Kick that nigga out of the car. Yo, buckle him. So anyway, YFN Lucci's charged with murder. And I think we all know the situation with that, right? So he didn't kill nobody. But if you are in the car and y'all went to shoot at somebody else and one of your guys got shot, you get charged with that murder. Lil J went down for that in Chicago, where there was a shootout and someone with him got shot, and they basically charged him for that shooting, which he didn't shoot his own guy, but they claim he was doing a crime that caused all this to happen. Also, who else did that happen to? Fuck, it was just on the tip of my tongue. Pause. Where they were doing a crime and, YoungBoy. This happened to YoungBoy too. When YoungBoy and them, like before YoungBoy ever got famous, they went to do a drive-by. One of the guys in the car with YoungBoy got shot in the neck. YoungBoy got pretty much like, it was like an attempted murder charge because of that. You get what I mean? So essentially they said that the dude that got shot was, it's the responsibility of the people who started the violence, which was YoungBoy and them who went to do a drive-by. So that's the type of shit he's kind of going through. Now, here's the word on YFN Lucci. This is what I'm hearing. This is what's going down in the Atlanta streets. They're saying YFN Lucci just has to wait out this trial, keep quiet, right? By the way, the DA, from what I'm hearing, this is just what I'm hearing, they've been trying to get YFN Lucci to snitch on Thug, right? They want him to pretty much corroborate this beef, him to basically say that, yo, Young Thug is the leader of this gang, and basically to say, hey, the only reason why there's been so much violence is because me, who's in this organization, is beefing with the top guy in that organization, okay? Now, from what I'm hearing in the streets, I'm only telling you what they're saying in the streets. In the streets, they're saying that YFN Lucci, there was a point that YFN Lucci, you know what I mean, that's when I think Young Thug was free at that time. Remember when they were stabbing him up? Like, no joke. Like, someone had an attempt on his life and they stabbed him, right? At that point, prosecutors was trying to get him to flip. Also, there was a real possibility, from what I'm hearing, that his life was really in danger. And I don't know how jail politics go, but apparently, you know, his team, like when you saw those stories in TMZ, they claim it was his team putting it out. That's what I'm hearing in the streets, okay? So pretty much he thought for a second YSL was going to kill him in jail. However, looked like the tables have turned. I don't know if he got back. I don't know how it works in jail, bro. I don't know if he got backup. I don't know if he linked with some other dudes. I don't know if it's because his Gunna snitching or the rest of the YSL dudes just got the hell on out of it. I don't know what's going on. But he's cooling now. And the byproduct of that is some of these YSL dudes, they're now getting the treatment in reverse. So where is this damn video at? It's kind of a surreal video, and like when I first saw this, I said, "Damn, does everybody got a phone in jail?" And does everybody... Wait, let me make sure I find it. First of all, it befuddles me how everybody has a phone in jail. So everybody got a phone in jail, right? And everybody are still... Yo, you would think that people only record their crimes when they're free because they're absent of mind that they could go to jail. But these dudes are locked up, claiming they're innocent through their lawyers in court, waiting on possible prosecution, but still filming themselves doing more crimes. This is crazy. So this is one of the slimes, okay? And this is one of supposedly YFN Lucci's dudes that's attacking him. Here's this shit. This shit is crazy. Look at this.
Slime, nigga. Stop moving, bro, if I bust your ass, man. Too much slime, nigga. Stop moving, bro, if I bust your ass, man.
Wait. I need the full video. That ain't a full video. This guy got a razor or it's a shank, but he's trying to literally scrape the tattoo off of this dude's arm, and the tattoo says YSL. So he's trying to cut the tattoo off of, like, I don't, you're going to see the full thing. He has the dude tied up like a hostage, some cartel shit. You ever watch one of them, like, Pablo Escobar movies? They got niggas just, like, with a sock stuff in their mouth, hands behind their back, they feet tied up. Here we go. Here we go, Chad. Look at this. Holy shit. Here we go. That's something he has stuffed in the dude's mouth. He said, eat on that shit. I don't even know if that's like a toilet paper he just wiped his ass with. We're just finding out what's going on in jail, because a lot of dudes was acting like jail was cool till we heard that niggas was getting hit with a Glock dookie. Y'all heard about the Glock dookie, right? Everybody been acting like jail is cool until we started hearing the real stories. But now, this is what's happening. Look at this. Oh, is that a knife? What is this? Oh my, that's a blade.
Shut up, nigga. Pussy ass nigga. Too much slime, nigga. Stop moving, bro, if I bust your ass, man.
Oh my God.
Too much you slime. Look, I can't get this.
Look, I guess, I don't know, is this a tattoo right here? He's scraping a tattoo off. By the way, Drill, if you put this up, make sure you blur all this nonsense out. I ain't gonna hold you.
Shit up off your ass.
Now, here's the interesting part about it. And if you watch like any of the Trap Geek or whoever, like, you know, some of these like YouTube documentarian videos about this whole YSL, YFN beef, everybody been saying Young Thug is a hypocrite. In the sense of Young Thug claims he don't rock with snitches. There's that infamous video. He say he got a snitch radar, a snitchdar. Except, apparently what's going on, and if you watch 1090 Jake, he also told you this too, there's a few dudes in YSL who was snitching on the other dudes that they were snitching on the YFN dudes. So basically, these guys are shooting at each other all day long. Like, it was like a daily shootout. You feel me? 12 o'clock lunchtime, 3 o'clock you got to pick up your kids, but 2 o'clock got to have the shootout, right? So they're doing the shootout all the time. Of course, they're hitting everybody but the target. Innocent victims getting clapped. Grandmothers' houses getting shot up. You know these guys shoot sideways, just spray all, like, they're not shooting shit, right? Every time somebody would get arrested for these shootings, the dude who would get arrested, and this is what they were saying, the YSL dudes was saying, yo, could you drop my charges down if I tell on him for shooting at me yesterday? And the cops would be like, I guess, because we can lock him up too. They'd be like, all right, bet. So he shot me yesterday, I'm writing a statement. And apparently they would do this, get out of jail, and YSL would just ignore it because, well, they're not snitching on us. They're snitching on the guys we don't like, so they're not snitches, in a sense. You get what I mean? So YFN, or the gang associated with YFN, they've been mad for a long time because they don't feel like these guys are playing by the street codes. The 2 o'clock daily shootouts was supposed to be the keep it in the street portion. But these guys were doing the 2 o'clock daily shootouts, and by 8 o'clock, they're at the precinct telling on the other dudes when the other dudes retaliated. So they were playing foul. So that's why these guys are now saying, oh, word, we all locked up now. It's time for pressure. I don't know how they time people up, but they got this dude hogtied. I've never seen some shit like this.
Shut up, nigga. Pussy ass nigga.
You know what's so funny about this too? Yo, you ever watch the movies when like somebody's kidnapped and they hand behind their back and something's in there, or they put tape over their mouth? You ever tried that like on some joking shit, like with your friends or your brothers or whatever? you know you can still talk. Like, your mouth's got to really be stuffed with some stuff that you can't talk. Like, bro, you can still just talk. Like, I used to think that, oh no, if you put tape over somebody's mouth, they can't talk. No, you can talk. The tape just gonna move. It's gonna sound a little bit muffled, but it's gonna be tough. Whatever he got in his mouth is probably, that dude, this is how devious jail is. That dude probably wiped his ass with all that diarrhea and probably saved the toilet tissue and stuffed it in this dude's mouth, and so much of it. He really can't talk. This is some other shit. Here we go. Literally.
Slime, nigga. Stop moving, bro, before I bless your ass, man.
Is this the YSL tattoo? Shit look like a Yankee logo damn near. I guess this is an L. No, this is an S right here. Oh, and here's the Y. Oh, YSL. Okay, that's self-explanatory.
Slime. Look, I can't get that shit up off your ass.
Jesus. By the way, here's another thing too. You know how long and how much you must have been getting your ass whipped that a dude is trying to scrape a tattoo off your skin and he feels like he's chilling. Like right now, he's not screaming for pain. He was screaming for pain when he got punched or whatever that happened. But the scraping, whatever. Gee.
Stop crying, bitch. You ain't crying when you was slime, nigga.
Oh, shit. You wasn't crying when you was sliding. I mean, that's a great point, but damn. I know y'all call me pussy, but Jesus Christ. Sitting here and watching this just seem a lot cooler than being there and getting that.
Boy, nigga. Shut up, nigga. Shut up, bitch. Pussy.
Have you seen Gunna? You tell me which one you want to be. You want to be this dude hogtied getting a tattoo scraped off your arm? Kicked in the face and in the gut? Or do you want to be this dude right here? Let me see if I can find it. Where he at? You want to be this dude right here. We all knew Gunna told just to come get out and put his paddock back on his wrist. We all know that. Paddock on the wrist. Look like he's off all the type of, you know what I mean, opioids. Got all the, you know what I mean, the baguettes back on the wrist. Like, what's up? Sorry to tell y'all, man. I don't think Gunna that dumb to me. Gunna lost some weight. Looking healthy. Chat, I'm going to be honest with you. There's no real points that you could ever give me for me to be like, yo, this is dope. And me being like, yo, at least I kept it in the streets. I ain't even going to lie to you. Yo, I ain't even going to lie. This is why you can't have a dude like me in there. Yo, Gunna, you did it right, man. You got to keep it in the courtroom, bro. After I see this, you got to keep it in the courtroom with me. Do you know who hogtied you, sir? Of course, he right there. No. Move. Right there. What y'all think is the state of YSL right now, man? Here's a, you know, street nonsense and fuckery always is gonna continue. We're not trying to. By the way, let me tweet out our link. Let's see, how do I tweet out? I'll tweet out the Rumble link real quick. Give me a second. We live. All right. So, this is like a serious conversation. I'm wondering. I think YSL is just pretty much over. Like, it's impossible even if Young Thug gets like 6-7 years, he comes out. But I think claiming YSL, all this shit just looks embarrassing. Not only embarrassing, it just looks like the epitome of the irony. YSL claimed they were the most street, they hated all rats, half of them told. YSL claimed that they spinning, they're getting hogtied. This don't look like a comeback situation for YSL. I got to be honest with you. I think YSL's down bad. I think when Jeffrey Williams comes out, he could call himself a lot of stuff, but King Slime will not be one of them, brother. I think YSL is done. It's just no way. Just no way. Either that or they got to catch like 10 bodies, which, you know, I hope doesn't happen. But let me ask you a question right now, and I'm looking at the Rumble chat and also the YouTube chat right now. When you hear the word YSL, what's the first thing that comes? The spam, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And by the way, I'm also thinking about it in the music perspective. So I'm not just thinking about some street weird shit. I'm thinking about, like, in a music perspective, if later on somebody came out and said, this, that YSL shit, that King Slime shit, that Slat shit, that Take It to Trial shit, you'll be like, yo, that's like when 6ix9ine came back out and talked gangster. You're like, so by the way, I'm not saying that YSL ain't gangsters. I'm just saying this played out so bad that it just showed how bad of an idea and how much these dudes gave their life away for 3 letters that, to be honest, is still not more famous than a fashion brand. And also, with all due respect, other than one guy or 2 guys, one guy just got out of jail, which is Gunna, really only person who really benefited from all this YSL stuff is Thug. He got a bunch of houses. He got the millions to pay for lawyers. He was telling y'all to go slide on people and throw away y'all lives. And if his lawyer is successful, he's going to get out before y'all. YSL is a good example of why gangs is just an L to me, bro. Anyway. By the way, if you don't know, so YSL, their thing is slat. I don't know what it means, but that's their thing, slat, okay? After seeing this video, how quickly you think Gunna is going to get this tattoo covered up? How quickly you think Wanna is going to get his slat tattoo covered up? If I'm that dude, dog, if I'm Gunna, I run down to the nearest tattoo shop. And you know what every girl does when they tattoo a nigga's name and now they got to cover it up? They just put a flower. Like, you ever look at some girls and be like, yo, bitch, why y'all all keep, like, tattooing the same flower? It's a nigga's name. If I'm him, I do the same thing. If I'm him, I do the same thing. Or he could be kind of like, he definitely could be a little bit more creative. I like when, you know some of the great tattoo cover-ups, I like when The Game tattooed the butterfly. Cover-up tattoo butterfly. That shit was fire. Oh, no, he had a butterfly. Oh, shit. I thought, oh, never mind. He had the butterfly, then he put the L.A. Oh. Yeah, the L.A. one look a little bit more gangster. The L.A. one look gangster. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm drinking carrot juice. I can see right here. Pure carrot juice, freshly squeezed. I ain't gonna hold you. All right.